Hello, everyone. I'm Rebecca Lombardo, host of VendorVibes and fractional CMO. Today, I'm here with John from VayKLife. Hello, John.
Hello, how are you?
Good to see you. Thanks for joining. So, could you please tell us what is VayKLife?
Sure, and thank you for having me on. So VayKLife, we provide beach gear rental services to vacationers in a number of the coastal markets. We're up and down the East Coast, from Sandbridge, Virginia, to Amelia Island, Florida, and in various markets on the Gulf Coast, from Florida, Alabama, as well as some of the Texas beach markets. We were actually founded by the former owners of a short-term rental management company in St. George Island, Florida, to address a pain point that they recognized for themselves and for their guests. They'd be out and about and they'd see vacationers arriving to the beach, and immediately after getting to one of their short-term rentals, they'd head out to pick up all the toys for the beach, bikes and chairs and umbrellas and watercraft, etc. And then, in a lot of cases, their team was always taking calls asking, hey, where can I get this or get that? So they thought, why don't we provide this service? We could control the quality and, maybe even, well, not maybe, but definitely turn it into a new revenue stream for their business. And so then they quickly realized, another pain point, which was the difficulty in incorporating a completely different kind of service into their property management business. So they actually got out of the VRM business, dedicated themselves to the gear service, learning about and hiring staff that was knowledgeable of inventory management, distribution, customer service, and built a software team for developing a proprietary logistics program and an e-commerce site for the guests. So we now work with around 95 VRMs to service guests at over 10,000 properties. And a new, situation that we're addressing for guests is those nights when you're traveling and you just don't feel like preparing a meal or getting on the wait list at a local favorite restaurant. We're using the same e-commerce platform and logistics experience to allow guests to plan for their trip by getting online in advance and ordering fully prepared meals. All they have to do is pop it in the oven, and the meals are delivered right to the refrigerator of their rental unit prior to their arrival.
That sounds nice. So, would you say that that's what makes you guys unique, or would you say it's the e-commerce platform? Like, what would you say makes you guys special?
Thanks for asking. A few things. One of the key benefits that we always present to our partners is, we own all the gear that we provide and produce all the meals, and we have our own local staff for delivery, pickup, maintenance, customer service, and partner support. We don't outsource to third parties for the gear, and we don't do it for the meals. And we're not like a local shop that may have other retail interests, like selling clothes and souvenirs. In each of our markets, in our territories, which are servicing sub territories, we've actually got 14 facilities, from which we run local operations for about 30 sub territories, and each has a warehouse with inventory and a management team, plus our delivery, pickup, and maintenance staff. We also have an in-house account management team that supports our VRM partners, and a customer service team that addresses all of the guest needs. So we like to say that we've got a national footprint, but we're the local operations partner to all of our VRM users.
That is quite an operation.
Thank you. It's taken a few years to build it up.
So, is there a prerequisite to working with you guys? Do I need to have a PMS in place or anything like that?
You hit the nail on the head right there. We do require that partners have a PMS program, because we interface to the PMS providers, and we're already connected with the great majority of them out there. But we integrate with them to pull the details that pretty much enable the whole process. It's just a one-way pull. We don't feed anything back to them, but we get just the basic reservation details so that we can start communicating with the guest about the offer that they have, and then so that we automatically know the property, the address, the dates of stay, so we don't even have to rely on the guest to enter those, so it's 100% correct every time.
Excellent. So do you guys operate with small vacation rental managers as well as large ones? Is there a limitation in size or anything like that?
We get kind of a minimum to get into any market, and that's around 150 properties. However, once we've got an established market, we work with VRMs that range from 10 to 100 properties.
Okay.
Excuse me, I said that wrong. 10 to 400 properties.
Well, I think once you hit north of 100, it's kind of all, it all starts to feel like the same large size.
Yeah. And then with some of our partners, they're, they might be regional, so they've got multiple operations, so that, that number grows beyond that as well.
Excellent. So if you think about some of your happiest clients right now, could you share why they are so happy with you?
Definitely. I'd love to mention all of our partners, which you can find on the company page of our website. But just to name a few, we work with Peace Vacations to service around 100 properties in Pawleys Island, South Carolina. Acres Ellis, where we service around 250 properties in Kiowa Island and Seabrook Island, and Coastline Vacation Rentals, for whom we service about 30 properties in the Forgotten Coast of Florida. I was actually speaking to the COO of Peace Vacations earlier this week, and he described a similar situation that I mentioned earlier. That was kind of the beginnings of VayKLife. He and his team had put together a whole business plan to take care of gear rentals in-house, and then they saw our offering and signed up with us right away. All of our partners love the amenity that we provide for their guests, and how it lets them differentiate their listings from the others in the market. And then we also brand certain items with their logos. So we expand their advertising and marketing efforts at no cost to them. And a lot of our partners, kind of a best practice these days is to put imagery of the gear and any frequently asked questions on their website. They'll even set up photo shoots of the gear with their branding on it. In addition to the service for the guests and that marketing from the branding, we also provide some other benefits, direct to the VRM, like for a large party, we've got a service we call Travel Companion Capture, where the primary reservationist can enter contact information for the other folks that are traveling with them, and everybody can get in on the ordering of the gear. And then we've got an outreach program after the stay for anyone who's placed an order with us. We'll follow up with them and we'll incentivize them with extra dollars to spend on gear if they come back and stay with the same VRM again. So through both of those programs, we really grow the marketing list and build the customer loyalty for our partners.
So I think I've actually seen some of your work. I was jogging down the beach one day and I saw some branded materials. I'm pretty sure it was like a tent and some chairs out on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
And that was your work. That was your handiwork there. So it looked great, worked great.
Great. We love to hear it. We always say, kind of in our description, we say you can paint the beach with your logo and your colors.
It's definitely a good idea.
Great. Thank you.
So if anybody wants to work with you, what's the best way for them to reach out?
So they can reach out to me directly, John Witchey, and it's john.witchey@VayKLife.com, which I think you said you'd put in the description, so I don't need to spell that for everybody. Or you can go to our website, www.VayKLife.com, and there's a form that you can fill out to set up a demonstration with us.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for your time today, John. It's always a pleasure speaking with you.
Thanks. Good talking to you too. I appreciate it.
Cheers, everyone.